What's up, guys? Welcome and welcome back to my channel. I am Scribbles, the artist and crocheter behind Eclectic Scribbles, and we are starting a brand new video this weekend. I'm in two places, sort of. I'm in one place, Mr. Scribbles is in another place, not having a very good time. Oh my goodness. Okay, so double convention weekend. The first time I did it was a pretty much a bust. Pretty much a bust. We didn't go into the hole, but we didn't make any money, that is for sure. It was me going to Fairfax last year and Karen doing Queen City Anime Con for me last year. It was, they were not hitting. They were not hitting. We're not even going to talk about the accommodations here. This was cheap. It was inexpensive. It is beachfront, and she's seen some things. Okay, she's had some experiences. She's seen some things. It is relatively clean. There is a balcony with a beach view and a couple palm trees in the middle, but I can see the beach from where I'm sitting. I'm going to go walk on the beach, so she'll do. She will do for the weekend. We got a full fridge. We got a microwave. We got a coffee pot. We got a TV. We have storage, sort of. And there's two beds, apparently. So we got this bed, and there's a bed in the front there, separated by the bathroom. So it's like two rooms, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Bubba's trying to get up here. He'll figure it out in a second. Andy is at Anime Inc. for me this weekend, having a horrible time so far. He got up early this morning. He drove up to Richmond from the house. He got set up with about 30 minutes to spare. There he goes. He got his set up with about 30 minutes to spare. No issues really setting up or anything. Lola was a little vocal this morning, but she's not used to the crowd. So hopefully by the end of the day, she's settled down some. It is apparently dead in there, or dead for him. Nobody's shopping. And he said that there are people over the loudspeaker, speakerphone, stage, something. And he's sitting apparently right up under a speaker, and it's loud and it's bad. And Karen even says it's loud from where she was at, and she's not dead under a speaker. So she said it's bad. It is a lot to take, and he is not used to having to take things like that, and is not having a very good time. I think if he was making some sales and making some money, he would have less time to focus on it. But I think he's made 2 sales the entire time, and that's about it. Hopefully it picks up this afternoon, this evening. I'm hoping that it does. They go till 10 tonight. It was from 1 to 10 today. I think the first hour was VIP. It's from 11 to 10 tomorrow, which is an extremely long day. But I think, again, the 11 o'clock hour is the VIP hour, and it's 12 to 10 for general public or general admittance. And then it is something to 8 on Sunday. I don't remember exactly what it is. And then he gets to pack up and come home. Yeah, hopefully the weekend picks up, because he is not having a very good time right now. I drove down here to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina for Boardwalk Comic-Con, and it is a first-year convention run by the showrunners who do Soda City Comic-Con and Coastal Comic-Con. Soda City is somewhere down here in South Carolina, and Coastal Comic-Con was in Wilmington. It was in its second year this year, and then they added this on as a third. So we are at Boardwalk Comic-Con. It is a 2-day show, not a 3-day show. It is, what was this? Oh, okay. So our hours are, I have no clue. I have no clue. Andy says it's a good thing that he's a people person. Tomorrow is 10 to 6. Sunday is 11 to 5. So my days are much shorter than his. Hopefully busy days, because coming off of Incredible Con last weekend, we need a win. We need 2 wins. And right now we're not winning at one of them. We need 2 wins. We need things to pick up there, and we need things to go smoothly here. I'm optimistic about this weekend. I hope we do good. I'm trying out a new setup that is catty-cornered or whatever. I didn't want to bring too much or do too much, so I just turned my table to face the corner so you can see it coming from both directions. We are debuting our Asshole Begons this weekend at both things. So this is the first time that our Asshole Begon tumblers will be available in public. He has got a selection of bags. If you've seen the prep video, you'll know what he's got. He's got a selection of crochet bags and big crochet plushies, and then he's got the art table. I have got the art table, the little mini pets, and the tumblers. We've got a couple of different things going on this weekend, but yeah. Anyways, that's where we're at. I'm hungry. I'm gonna probably order me some food, and then I think me and Bop Bop will walk down here and see the ocean. You want to see the ocean again, Bop Bop? Probably. He doesn't care. He doesn't care either way. He's like, dude, if you're going, I'm going. That's all we know. Say, if you're going, I'm going. Anyhow, I hope I don't catch cooties or tetanus or hepatitis from a room. And we'll just leave it at that. He's staying at a nicer place. He's staying at a Quality Inn at the airport down there, which had good reviews. This one had iffy reviews. Like, I don't even fucking care anymore. Just give me something cheap. I don't know how this weekend's gonna go. You never can tell with a first year, but these are good showrunners, so we're hoping for a good weekend. Everybody, cross your fingers for me, even though I'm in the past and you're in the future. Just cross them anyways. Maybe we can get some retroactive luck, right? Time isn't a linear thing or something, right? It's not even linear. So if you cross your fingers in the future, it's going to help me in the past. Just do it. Do it now. Do it. Anyways, that's all I know for now. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, you guys, good morning. We are all set up here. We are doing this sort of catty-cornered setup this weekend for Boardwalk Comic-Con. So our space actually comes out to here, but instead of doing 2 tables, we're just doing this corner version to give us nice access on both directions, and people can see coming from both directions without me having to lug in a ton of extra stuff to fill another table. So we've of course got the art table set up here, same as usual. We have got the little portfolio over here because we had an 8-foot table, not a 6-foot table. So we got some shopping baskets. Then we've got the little portfolio set up. We've got the sticker wall over here doing its thing. I put up this little thing that I usually use to close down my booth up here so that people don't distract Bubba from the side of the booth. But let's move over here. And then we have got the Vitch Begons and the new Asshole Begons, which are debuting at their first convention ever this weekend. So I have 31 tumblers, 32 tumblers. I'm not sure. But I think I've got 31 total tumblers, and I sent 31 with Mr. Scribbles too. We've got our No Fuss Pets down here down the bottom. I've got these at the most accessible height for the pets, and then people can reach down and grab their accessories. And we've got the instructions over here. But we are all set up and ready to go, pretty as you please. Today is day 1, and I'm going to go and crochet for a bit while I'm waiting for the doors to open. And there's the cutest booth babe ever, drooling uncontrollably behind my booth. There he is, just chilling. Hey, Baba. Hello, Baba. What you doing, buddy? It is 9:35. We open in 25 minutes. I thought it was a little bit later than that, but apparently I'm crazy. But we just made our first sale of the day to another vendor, obviously, because nobody else is in here. And hopefully that's a good sign. That's a good sign for the day. We're going to make lots and lots of money. It's going to be a good weekend. It's going to be so much better than last weekend. We're just putting the vibes out there. Did you cross your fingers? Did you cross your fingers like I told you to? If not, do it now. Do it now before the convention starts. Oh my goodness. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. I am labeling my bags. I ran out of my little white labels, and so I had these the little pink ones, which are cute. So I am putting my labels on my bags. I did Andy's for him. If you'll have seen in the prep vlog, I set him up so that he wouldn't have to really do that, but I sent him with some extra labels just in case. And now I'm doing mine. And then I will probably start to crochet some stuff. A couple of things that I've never made before that are not the bandanas and the bottle holders now would be a fanny pack sort of style bag, or like an over-the-shoulder version of that. So I think I'm going to make some granny squares to do that with, because that has been sort of on my list of things to do. So we may do that. And then I thought a different sort of granny square bag. We need something that has no pattern to it and that I can do mindlessly. So if you hear granny square and think, bitch, stop saying granny square. I'm sorry. But we need something mindless to do, and double crochets just repeatedly are good. So that's what we're gonna do. Also, I want you to see, I am this purple light, which you will have seen as the thing he spun around, in this sea of darkness, in the sea of vendors. I am this little bright purple light. There's just black everywhere, everywhere around. No color, no fun, no pretty, no pretty and cutesy, just stuff everywhere. And then there's us. Well, it's black back there. It's purple in the front. It's purple and colorful in the front. So hopefully that helps draw people's attention to us, that we're just awash in a sea of blackness. All right, you guys, let's do a 12:45 check-in. Things are okay. They're going pretty steady. We've made some sales today. We are almost in our third hour, which means 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 5 hours left. Do we have 5 hours left? We got 5 hours left. So, okay. We're about a third of the way through the day. I am crocheting away. Sales have been pretty steady. There's a nice crowd. Let me turn you around. And you can see a little bit of the crowds walking around. Definitely better than last weekend. Andy is around making some sales over on his end as well. Things are starting to pick up, starting to move. They've got a panel going on right now. There are some people over in the panel, but a lot of people are still walking around and shopping. All right, let's do a 2:45 check-in. The crowd has died down a little bit here. They have another panel going on, but sales have still been kind of steady. So it's definitely an improvement over last weekend. I'm not mad at it. Apparently things are really, really slow and dead in Richmond, which is not great because it costs so much more to be in Richmond than it did to be here. And breaking even is going to be difficult if it doesn't pick up very, very soon. That's where we stand right now. I would hate to lose money 2 weeks in a row. That would be incredibly bad. But, you know, what are you going to do? Anyways, I'm going to keep working. And we will check in again in a little bit. Let's do final check-in for today. It is about 20 minutes to, it's about 5:45. I close at 6 o'clock today. I have not made a sale since 4:20, and I don't think that Andy has made one since before that. The last time either one of us made a sale, it was 4:21. So in over an hour, neither one of us have made a sale. There's no people. Let me spin you. Look, there's one person. It's been this way since 2-ish. They did some panels. There were people over in the panels, but they just let out the people from the panels, and I swear those people were like, okay, well, we're done, and just headed for the door. There's literally nobody in here. There's a Funko Pop person behind me and closer to the front of the building, but they already closed up. I think the army people beside of them closed up and moved too. You can sort of get a view of what our crowd looks like. This has been the gist of it since 2. I mean, it's hard to not feel like a failure for me personally. I don't know about you, but for me personally, it's hard to not feel like a failure losing money 2 weekends in a row, or the possibility of losing money 2 weekends in a row. I'm going to spin you back around because that view's not going to change. But it's not me. It's not me. Oh, let's get you back down here. Yeah, it's not me. There's nobody here. So if there's nobody here, there's nobody to sell to. There's no way for me to make money, and that's just the the truth of the situation. My friends are down 70%. Hi. Anyways, I didn't want to be rude in front of a customer. Sorry about that. But yeah, it's hard with back-to-back weekends, but nobody can afford anything right now. The cost of everything is going up. Unfortunately, that's just the case. I don't care what side of the political spectrum you fall on. The economy is tanking at the moment. It doesn't matter who you are. It's tanking for everybody all at the same time. So, it is what it is. People are having a hard time um, feeding their families and buying necessities. So having time to and extra money to come to these kind of conventions and having disposable income is becoming harder and harder. It's just the nature of things at the moment. And I mean, while I hope it does turn around and get better soon, I don't really see a way that that's going to happen at the moment. So
Good evening, Boardwalk Comic-Con. Today's events close in 10 minutes.
yeah, I've got friends over at Richmond who are down 70% from last year. Andy is just sitting over there twiddling his thumbs. It's not worth it for me to have sent him up there, and that booth was twice as expensive as this booth, and it's just not working out because, I mean, like I said, people just do not have extra money. I mean, when you're fighting to get your basic needs met and take care of everything that you need, it's hard to have extra left over for what you want. But it is what it is. It's not me, regardless of what my little inner voice is saying to me at the moment about 2 bad weekends in a row in 3 bad locations. It's not me. There's just nobody here, so that makes it impossible for me. Anyways, sales were steady-ish here earlier today before that 2 o'clock hour hit, and it died off for no reason that I could see other than the panels. But we're gonna hope that we get some fresh faces in here tomorrow with some Sunday badges on, and people do some shopping here and in Richmond. But that's gonna be our last little update for today. I am halfway through this market bag, and it's coming out pretty. And we're just gonna keep trucking along. I got 10 minutes left, so I'm gonna start getting my electronics and stuff all ready to go. All right, good morning, beautiful people. It is 10:30 a.m. The doors open in 30 minutes. We are open from 11 to 5 today. According to stats yesterday, about 3:45 is when it completely died out in here yesterday, and I'm hoping that is not the case today, that people shop all the way up until the end, but that's never really true. The last hour of a convention is usually dead in the water, and the way the past couple of weeks are going, I don't expect that this one is going to be any different, but hopefully leading up to the last hour, we get some steady sales today. I don't know what kind of panels they have today. They had like 5 panels yesterday, and I think they have a couple today, but I'm hoping that we still get a decent crowd. I did see a lot of Saturday only badges yesterday, so I'm hoping to see some Sunday only badges today, get some fresh faces in here for some shopping, and hopefully between myself and Andy, we can pull together enough funds to break even as a whole this weekend. I think I'm good, but now we're having to make up for the fact that he's not. I forgot to change his location and his login on my other point of sale system. I don't know who made what yesterday, although I do know that he didn't make much at all. So I've got a general idea of how much I made versus how much he made yesterday. He is nowhere close to making costs back yet. I think I cleared costs yesterday. So today for me would have been nothing but profit, but no, he's not doing good over there. So now we together combined have to get us to a point today where we are in the green on the whole, or at least break even. And that's going to be somewhere probably in the neighborhood of, I want to say if we make somewhere in the neighborhood of 750 today, we would be good. I don't know if we're going to make that today together as a whole. Literally no one is shopping. They are talking about it everywhere, how bad things are going over at that other convention. So I don't know how much he's going to make. Hoping some of the tattoo artists that are there are walking around and spending some money today. That might be the only redeeming quality for today. His hours today are 11 to 8, but it said that VIP come in an hour early on top of that, which is a ridiculously long day for a Sunday too. But I, and I'm not usually one to do this. I'm not usually one to do this at all. But there were so few people. He did not make a sale after like 5 o'clock yesterday, and it was open until 10. He made like one sale between 5 and 8. I told him to leave at 8. I told him to pack up the booth and leave at 8. Everybody around him packed up and left at 8. Everybody I knew was like packing up and leaving at 8. And so there was literally no reason for him to be there and getting out at a point where all of the decent restaurants were going to be closed. So, given that in the span of from probably 5:30 to 8 o'clock, no, not 5:30, 3:30 to about 8 o'clock, I think he made 2 or 3 sales. 3 would be max. He made 2 or 3 sales in that entire span of time. So that is the only reason that I was like, just get out of there and go get some food. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. And unfortunately, I am breaking my own rule. I told him if today is going just as poorly as the last 2 days have gone, to start packing down at 5. There is no sense in him being there until 8 o'clock if he's literally doing nothing and nobody is buying anything. I just I can't justify him being there. He's got things to get up and work on in the truck tomorrow, and then he's got to hit back out on the road. So it's just not worth it. It is just not worth it for him to be there at all. And I know I talk about how disrespectful it is to the people who are there to close up, but this is just a circumstance in where literally no one is shopping and he needs to be working at the house more than he needs to be there late, because that wouldn't put him, it's a 3 hour drive from Richmond to the house. So if he started breaking down at 8, he wouldn't be done until probably 9, getting out, loaded out, and packed up and ready to head back home, which would put him home at midnight. If he did the same at 5 and left out about 6, that would put him home about 9. And he would probably beat me home because I don't get out of here until 5. But only, and he didn't want to leave. He didn't want to leave. Let me go ahead and stress that too. He tried to stick it out. He stuck it out a little past 8 last night. He stuck it out until about 9:30 the night before. He's like, I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go. I was trying to get you a couple more sales, even if it was 1 or 2. I'm like, baby, it's not worth it. You've been there since 9:30 this morning. 9:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. is too much. So, and he was there at like, yeah, the morning before he was there at like 9 too, because even though they didn't start until 1, he had to set up and get everything ready. So he was working on top of sitting there twiddling his thumbs all day. So it's not good. It's not good. I don't even think he's halfway to making his costs back. If I know the balance of numbers right from yesterday. So, yeah, not good at all. Anyways, we're hoping for a better day. Everybody cross your fingers again. Do it. Do it. And we'll see how things go for both of us. I'm hoping that between the two of us, we can pull out just enough to have broken even for the weekend as a whole. I will not be rebooking that until something drastically changes. I would rebook this one just because I think I did make my cost back yesterday. And I think we're in the green for today if this is the only show that I was doing. And so this one is worth doing again. This one was a first year. It's not established yet. The economy is shut right now. And everybody is feeling the pinch from that. But other than that, the showrunners are great. And the showrunners over there are great too. Don't get me wrong. The showrunners are great. This is the first year, so it's got time to grow. We're still doing okay, even the fact that it died off in the last 2.5 hours yesterday, 3 hours yesterday. We're still doing okay-ish. We're not losing money like we did last weekend. So that's all I know about that. I rambled for way too many minutes now. I am going to work on my mesh bag today. Bubba had such a good morning. We went out on the beach this morning after I checked out, or right before I checked out. We went out on the beach and chased some seagulls. It was fun. He had a blast. He got his toes wet in the ocean. He loves it out there. He absolutely gets excited out there. The last couple of days, we only went out like late at night when there's zero people, and I just, like I said, zero people is my favorite, because then you don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to worry about other dogs running up or anybody, messing with you. So zero people is fun. But this morning he had such a good time. He was chasing the birdies and he enjoyed it. And then he came in and he got some pets first thing this morning, which he always loves. He loves some pets. So he's having himself a good morning. But yeah, I'm going to work on my market bag. I am going to sit here, maybe give you a little bit of a charge, because it looks like your battery is running a bit low. I didn't charge anything last night in my one plug in my one plug, my one outlet in the whole thing. My thing keeps falling this morning. All right. Anyway, I gotta go fix that. I'll charge you, and then I'll talk to you in a bit.
That's actually awesome. All right, Lorelai, we're gonna walk this way. It was nice seeing you.
It was nice.
Here's one more safety pins. Any questions?
Alright, it's about 10 minutes after 2. We'll do a little check-in right quick while I'm starting this up. We just sold our very last opossum for our little mini fish tanks. Those have gone over pretty well this weekend. They're really popular with kiddos, and I think parents don't mind buying them because that's a pet that, they can approve of and not have to feed or bathe or take out for walks. So those have gone over really well. The bitch begons are doing better than the asshole begons, but both are getting like a lot of attention, and everything else is going as normal. Washi tapes have done really well this weekend, which is good. We love to see that. Stickers, good. Sticker sheets, good. We've sold a few card covers, which is always nice. Desk mats haven't moved at all this weekend, which is fine. This is sort of a smaller crowd, and I think I need more people in order for the desk mat to move. But, it is what it is. I'm not mad at it. What else? What else do I have? Bookmarks have done okay-ish. Have sold more of the magnetic ones this weekend than anything else. Usually, is that smut bookmark goes like crazy, but we haven't sold a whole ton of bookmarks this weekend. So there's that. Andy's selling some stuff. He's having a much better day today as far as sales are concerned. I think he's made more today than he's made in the previous 2 days, if I'm honest. So he's having a much better day over there, which is great. He sold somebody 2 of my 2 voodoo dolls, so that's nice. I saw that sale came through. I'm like, do it, baby, work it. He's like, I'm selling some stuff. I said, sell it all, please. We'll see how he does for the day, but we might break even. We might just break even. There's a little, a Halloween looking Among Us character. I think oh, there he goes. Oh, you missed it. Oh, they're coming back. Is it Among Us, or is it one of those bean thingies from that racing game? I can't see because they won't turn around. Maybe it's one of those bean thingies. What are those things? I don't know what they are. But yeah, he's doing stickers and sticker sheets as well. Those are going pretty well over there. So yeah, same old stuff is selling as always. And then I'm just happy that things have picked up a little bit for him over there today. He's a much happier dude today. Nobody wants to sit around and be bored to tears, so that's understandable. Anyways, that's my 2 o'clock check-in. I have got 3 more hours to go. Technically, mine closes at 5. His closes at 8. So we'll see how things turn out over there. I'll definitely check in again before we leave. They got a panel going on back here, which is really loud. Anyhow, let's make some more stuff. Let's sell some more stuff and make some more stuff. I got all kinds of stuff piling up back here. It's the final hour. Ba-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Anyway. All right. It's 4 o'clock. We are officially. I cheated and I looked. We're in the green. We're in the green for the weekend. So. Hi. No. Nice. I love Stitch. Stitch is my favorite. All right. We're good. We're in the green for the weekend. And that's all that matters. There's somebody here. That was a staff member. They're doing a cosplay contest, I think, back there right now. So you're gonna hear cheering again. But yeah, I'll show you the crowd. Do-do-do-do. Same as yesterday. Zero crowds. Let's do a little spin. There's somebody. I think they work here. Ah, I don't know. Wee. Oh, nope, that's just me. That's just more of my stuff. Anyways, it's so poppin'. Oh, there's people. There's people walking away from us. Anywho, yeah, I don't care. We're not in the red this weekend. I don't care anymore. We got an hour left. My fingers are tired, and I'm probably going to start packing up my behind the booth stuff in this last hour and getting ready to load out. I will talk about a few more things for the entirety of the weekend from both here and there at the end of this video, which is going to be coming up here in just a second. And then, of course, if you want all the down and dirty details, all the numbers, all the stats, all the everything, jump over to Patreon. Patreon's right here. You can get all the details too. Anyways, yeah, I'm just tired and delirious and ready to go home. I get a nice little break between now and the second weekend in November, which is the 8th and the 9th, where I do North Carolina Comic-Con, which is local for me, 30 minutes away from my house. Love that for me. Love that for me. And then I think that's the last convention that I have this year. Anyway, so yay! Gonna be making lots of stuff and getting stuff ready for the new year. I'm bringing out fresh stuff for the new year, so it's gonna be awesome. So make sure that you are subscribed. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button, it's like right there. You should totally hit it. I believe in you. You can hit it. Ding that little notification bell as well, because it's down there as well, and it'll let you know when I upload new content, which is every single week. And what else? Smash the thumbs up button. Smash it. It helps me. It helps me, and it's free. People are walking by looking at me like I'm crazy, but that's okay because I am crazy, and so they're not wrong. Anyways, I'll see you in the recap. Hey, friendos! Oh my goodness, the weekend is over. We are coming out the other side for 2 back-to-back, not so great weekends. It has been a little bit much, but we managed to pull ahead. We managed to pull in the green for the weekend, and I am okay with that. I am okay with not losing money. If you want all of the details on exactly how close we were to losing money, then jump onto Patreon. It is right here. Because she was close, but we did break even. So if you want to go and check all of that out, we would love to have you over on Patreon. Plus, you get all the rewards for this month. So, and I added so many new rewards. Now, in addition to the one mobile background, I've got a mobile version, a tablet version, a desktop version, and I've added all the little icons so that you can customize your phone in your full theme. It's going to be awesome. And I'm going to be adding more stuff. I'm going to be adding more stuff in November. So, I mean, it's really worth the $7 a month for that tier. And if you want bonus patterns and all of the extra goodies, then it's $14 a month. But definitely still worth it. Anyways, enough about my Patreon for now. But yeah, jump over there. We would love to have you. We are currently voting on my theme for November, and you just have to be a free member to vote on the theme. So go vote on the theme because I think that the theme will still be up and running by the time you guys see this. Who knows at this point? Who knows? Anywho, let me give you a quick rundown of my thoughts on Anime Inc. It is not worth it. Everybody that I know said they were down 50 to 75% over the course of this weekend. They're going off in the vendor groups and chats and all of the things about how poorly everything performed. I have already given my Patreon all of the down and dirty deets on all my thoughts and all the behind the scenes from that show. If I had not been doing my own show this weekend, in addition to sending Mr. Scribbles, bless his heart, to this show, oh, I feel so bad for doing it now. We would have definitely lost money 2 weekends in a row because that money did not, or that show did not pay for itself. My show paid for that show, or the rest of that show. So if you want to know how it really went, there you go. We lost money at that show. And there are a whole other bunch of host of things that I discussed over in my Patreon post. All right. And then Boardwalk. Let's do closing thoughts on Boardwalk. Boardwalk was run really well. I don't have anything negative to say about the showrunners. I love the showrunners. The showrunners also do Soda City Comic-Con, which I think is in Columbia. I don't know where it is. It was about a month ago, and I think it was in Columbia, South Carolina. That is their flagship show. And then a couple of years ago, not this year, but the year before, was their first year for doing a Coastal Comic-Con, which is in Wilmington, North Carolina, which I've done both years and done well at both years without any kind of issue. That one's great. And now this one is their first year in Myrtle Beach, and it was okay-ish. It was okay-ish. Like I said, we didn't lose money at this one. This one helped pay for the fact that the other one was losing money left and right this weekend. So I would give this one another chance. Anime Inc., by the way, scratched completely off my list. Scratched completely off my list, and will not be giving that one another look at all anytime soon, unless somebody goes back next year and something drastic changes. But Boardwalk, I'll give another shot to. Did we do great at this convention? No, we didn't do great. We didn't do as well as we do at Coastal. The audience is different there. I feel like the audience is a little bit more mature. Technically, October is like the beginning of the off season. We were also down there at Bike Week, which I absolutely stinking loved. Because I love a bike. I absolutely love a bike. And just seeing the bikes just riding up and down the strip was one of the highlights of this trip for me. But the crowd in Myrtle Beach at this time of year is definitely on the older side and is less Comic-Con centric, I guess. So it's a hard crowd to pull in during Bike Week because, I mean, you just got a bunch of bikers who could not care less about Comic-Cons, really. Anyways, but we still did okay. Like I said, I made maybe 4, 5. Let's go with 4 times my booth cost or something like that on it. The breakdown, of course, is now on my Patreon. But I know I keep saying that. I'm so sorry. I sound like an ad at this point. Go to Patreon. Go to Patreon. Go to Patreon. Go to Patreon. No, I don't mean to sound like an ad, but that's where the breakdown is, and that's where all of my details and my dirt and all of that stuff is. But anyways, no, I mean, this was a nice show. I don't know what happened, but at about 2:00 on Saturday, the traffic started to die down a little bit. I think it's when their panels really got up and going. And then after about 3:45, it was just dead in the water. There were no people anymore. And then Sunday's afternoon sort of did the same thing. So it was a little weird and it dragged at the end. But leading up to that point, it was steady traffic and steady sales. So Yeah, I just don't know what happened in the afternoons on these days. So maybe if they do it again next year, it won't be on Bike Week, or if it is on Bike Week, they'll have a better following next year and people excited about coming out. This set of showrunners does really well about advertising generally. I mean, they were all over North Carolina and South Carolina this past year, handing out flyers, doing their promotions, and doing all of that stuff, because I remember back at Heroes Con in June, they stopped by my booth and we're like, will you hand out these flyers with some of your purchases? Well, I mean, absolutely, because I'm going to it. I'm already signed up for it and I want people to show up. So I'll absolutely hand out some flyers. So they do a really good job at advertising. I just don't know what happened in the afternoons. It would have been a much better show if the afternoon had not died off in the way that it did. With that being said, I will give this one another shot and scratch Anime Inc. completely off my list, because the booth prices for Anime Inc., by the way, $750. And then the booth cost for a same 10 by 10 spot. And I was on a corner for this one, as y'all saw. He was in an inline and I was on a corner. The booth cost for this one was $300. So that's a big difference. And it was a much smaller event than the Anime Inc. Well, I mean, I guess they were probably somewhere close to each other in vendor size. Anime Inc. has got hundreds of tattoo artists in it, and then maybe 150 vendors, whereas Coastal is just vendors, and there's probably about 150 vendors. I don't know. I didn't count them. But so relatively the same size, and yeah, the price hike for that booth is so not worth it. So anyways, I cannot recommend to anybody to go to Anime Inc. But if you're local and can somewhat keep your costs down, I would say possibly give Boardwalk Comic-Con a chance. I think that it has potential to grow in the next year. Anyways, that's my thoughts on it. I love your faces so much. I will see you in the next video. Yeah, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. Drop me a, let's do orange. Is there orange or yellow hearts for fall? Just drop me fall colored hearts in the comments down below, and I will see you in the next video. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I love you, goodbye.